tonight in order to have our first meeting. We'll see how it goes. If you all like it and it's something that you'd be able to commit to once a month, then we'll continue to have face-to-face meetings, and we'll continue to do Facebook Live so that the others can kind of log in. So if you don't mind, I'm Christian faith, so I'm just going to start us off in just a very quick prayer, and then I'm going to go ahead and start. So if you want to bow your head, you can. You don't have to. So dear Lord, please open our hearts tonight to give us a sense of community. Help us heal both inside and out. Give us patience to trust this process. And thank you so much for all the friends that I have gathered here tonight. Please use my wisdom to help them along their road of life. These things I ask in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you all. So, first of all, how many of you all in the room have done diets? Okay, I thought it would be, I thought it would be everybody, but I didn't know. So what are some of the diets? Okay, you want to hear mine first?
Yes.
Weight Watchers, MyFitnessPal, gastric bypass 22 years ago. Weight Watchers, MyFitnessPal. Okay, give me some of your, that's
Jenny Craig.
Jenny Craig, I did not do. Nutrisystems.
Atkins.
Keto.
Oh, I did keto. Keto, Nutrisystem, or keto, Atkins. Any other?
Low fat.
Low fat. Any crazy ones?
Cambridge diet from the 70s.
Cambridge diet. What about the cabbage? Isn't there like a cabbage patch one? A cabbage one like a long time ago? South Beach. So there's all these different diets. All these different diets. There's lap band now. There's gastric sleeve. And what happens? It's a diet. And I thought when I had gastric bypass, whoa, that was the answer, right? No. I mean, that lasted, there was a honeymoon phase, and I was done. So you have to commit to something for the rest of your life, or else as soon as you finish it, as soon as you get to the end goal, you're done. You cannot have an end goal in mind with this, okay? You can't say, well, I've got a wedding, my daughter's getting married, not mine, but my daughter's getting married in the summer, I need to lose 50 pounds, okay? So I'm going to try this. Don't do that. If that's what you're here for, probably not in the right place. If you think, I really need to get healthy and I'd like to lose some weight, you're in the right place, okay? And we will do it together. Like I said before we started on Facebook, I've struggled with my weight my whole 49 years. I think I came out overweight. And so I've always struggled with my weight. I've been through all the different weight loss processes and always gained it back. Most of my best friends know all the different things that I've done, but out on Facebook world, I always kind of kept it hidden, and everybody just see my weight go up and down, right? But I believe in this so much, and it has made such a significant change, not only in my weight or my size, but my life and how I feel, and the differences, and Brian's doing it with me, and he's helping me, and Tammy at work, her and I are doing it together. I just feel like this might be the thing. You know how they've always looked for the pill that's going to finally cure everybody's weight loss problems? I think this is it. And I want to get in on the ground floor and help all of my friends and spread it out as far as we can. Okay? So, with all that being said, I've got cards just because if you know me, you know I ramble on a lot. So my story. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I got into this. So my daughter Samantha was having some stomach issues, and I was at Jewish South one night. So we, one of her nurses who I knew as a friend, she walked in and she's standing there, and she's standing talking to us, and I keep looking at her and I'm like, what is different about her? She just this part of her was so thin, and she just looked so thin and little, and she was always kind of a bigger lady. And she had surgery before, and I knew that. I knew she'd always struggled with her weight. She looked little. And so as soon as she finished with Samantha, and I'm jonesing to say, what did you do? So I said, what did you do? Why do you look so different? What's up? And she goes, read this book. It's called Delay Don't Deny. You might want to get it. I'm doing intermittent fasting. I'm not really doing it that much anymore, but check it out. I was walking quite a bit, but I stopped. I'm not really walking anymore. And then there's this app called Life. Put the app on your phone, do that. She goes, that's what I've done. Okay, so what's the name of the book? Delay Don't Deny. Of course, I type it in. On Amazon, okay? So while Samantha's still sitting there, I'm already reading through, looking at the book, ordered it, right? So the next day, I get the book. That was on a Sunday. I should have known the date, like October 27th or some whatever that Sunday was. Order the book. Next day, Amazon delivers it. It's a Monday night. I read the entire book Monday night and start my fast that night. Start. Boom. Life app's already loaded. Started it. Okay? Because I didn't want to wait till Monday again. Right? It was a Monday. I didn't want to wait till Monday again. And it was already nighttime and I could start a fast. And I didn't start with trying to do 18 hours or 19 or 20 hours. I thought, okay, Lord, if I can make it 12 hours, because when I'd get up to take Sally out to pee in the middle of the night, there might be a Hershey Kiss laying there, and I might grab that because I'm bored, right, while she's out peeing. How many of you have eaten in the middle of the night, take your dog out? Come on, right? Okay. So I do too. I do too. I did. I don't anymore. Okay? Now, when I push my timer on that Life app, and we'll go through the app in a minute, when I push my timer, I'm done for the day. Okay? And I know I'm done. It's not like Weight Watchers where I can go, I could probably put down that Hershey Kiss. It's only what, like a point or 2 points. I'll just put it down. I won't write it down. Okay? If I push that button, I'm done. I can't eat anymore. Unless, like the other night, I had pushed it at 6 o'clock. It was Christmas night. Went over to my mother-in-law. She had some awesome candy. And it had been 2 hours already. And I had to think, okay, so I've already been fasting for 2 hours. Do I want this Christmas candy or do I want the 2 hours? And I took the Christmas candy because Christmas comes once a year. I wanted some of her candy. I knew it probably wouldn't be there the next day. So I ate the candy and I didn't feel guilty about it. I went on about it. Maybe I didn't get 18 hours the next day when I stopped my fast. Maybe I just got 16, but I'm okay with that. I'm not losing weight, as you all know. This is, what I say it was, 11 pounds. People can't believe that's 11 pounds. That's only 11 pounds difference.
Really?
Okay? From October to, what was this, Tam? December?
That's December 18th.
December 18th. October, Halloween to December 18th. Okay?
A little over 6 weeks.
A little over 6 weeks. Right. 11 pounds. So I'm losing, I mean, and those of you all that know me and see me pretty regularly, some of you do, you know how I look different, right? Right? Donna, you ain't seen me? I look different? Okay. So, that is kind of how it happened. Within 3 weeks, like I said, Tammy and I started it one day, Tammy started the next, my girlfriend at work, okay? And so we were taking pictures at work, right? We couldn't wait to see what the results would be. So 3 weeks in, I'm already telling her, Tammy, I feel better. Like, because if you know me very well, I'm very scattered. Like, I'm all over the place, and I've got a lot going on, and my brain's a little bit foggy and froggy. But I had very much clarity in what I was doing. I felt like I was working better at work. Walking up the steps, even at home. We have like 5 or 6 steps in the garage. And I had gotten to the point where I was like, oh my God, my knees are killing me walking up the steps. And I'm like, I'm 49 years old. My knees were killing me. 3 days, girls and boys, men. I mean, it was literally 3 days, and I was like, hey babe, my knees feel better. I know it's probably a fluke, it's probably nothing, but my knees feel better walking up the steps. Is that weird? Is it weird? I didn't know. Knees haven't hurt since, okay? Another thing, I don't know about you all, but when I get up out of the bed in the morning when the alarm clock goes off, snooze, snooze, oh, snooze, I really don't want to get up out of the bed. Sally, really, do you have to go out already? You know, I just don't want to get up. Since I've started this, I don't snooze anymore. When it's time to get up, when my alarm clock goes off, I'm up out of bed. I'm ready to go. I feel good. Okay? Never have I ever been able to say that before. Never. Okay? Because I like to sleep. So inflammation, like just from 3 weeks, like I said, Tammy and I did those pictures in 3 weeks, and it was a huge change in our faces, right? Like you could really tell a big change just in our faces. I mean, I don't think I looked as good as I do in the 6-week picture, but the 3-week picture looked pretty good as far as our faces, okay? So, like I said, we worked through the process, and Thanksgiving hit. Okay, so we had Thanksgiving. So, I probably had shorter windows than was having, because I can kind of go 19, 20 hours with not eating now. And Thanksgiving came and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to eat, right? So we went to Mom's, I ate, I started eating at like 12 o'clock because, I had to test the meatballs before I took them to Mom's. So 12 o'clock, we probably went over to his mom's house. It was probably 8 or 9 before we stopped eating. So I had a long window. 9 hours for me was long at this point. So I ate, and I ate whatever I wanted. Well then, it was a Thursday. So then Friday, Brian was home, did the same thing. It was kind of hard getting back on track Saturday and Sunday. But guess what? I felt horrible. I felt horrible. The alarm clock went off Monday morning. I'm like, oh crap, I don't want to go back to work. I don't want to work. Okay, so I've been feeling really, really good about going. Now I really don't want to get up. What's up with this? So I'm like, okay, so I'm starting again, because I'd already hit my start button the night before, right? Because I did hit it every night. I still did fast. They were just much shorter. So that day at work, I'm like, okay, Tam, I've got to go long today. I'm going to go, and her and I have competitions on how long we can go. So I'm like, I'm going to try to do 19, 20 hours today. What? Yeah, I got to get back on this. So I got it back in the routine, doing 19, 20 hours. Felt great again. So her and I discussed it at work. There's something to this, because I felt great, felt horrible during Thanksgiving time, felt great again. So there's definitely something to it. This time at Christmas, I've stayed within my window. I've had short windows. I've not eaten a whole lot, because you get to the point where when your window does open, yeah, you can eat a little bit and you're good. You don't really eat as much. Now, some people in the book, you'll eat. You think you only have 4, 6, 8 hour window to eat, so you want to eat all you can, right? You got to eat. Well, at first, that's kind of how I was. I wanted to eat, make sure I got all my food in for the day. But at one point, you get to the point where you're like, I'll eat a little bit. A prime example: last night, I didn't have much to eat yesterday. Mom and I went out for lunch. I ate just like a little wedge salad, real small. I had a Mountain Dew. Because if you know me, I love my soft drinks. I don't drink diet anymore, diet anything. I drink full-fledged soft drinks only. During my window. So then it got late. I ate some crackers and cheese ball during the UK game, and then I closed my window. And it was like 6 o'clock, and I thought, what in the world did I just do? I've had a piece of lettuce and crackers and cheese, and I closed my window. And I had some leftovers, which was green beans and corn and mashed potatoes and meatloaf in the refrigerator. So it was 8 o'clock, but I thought, I'm going to eat. I need to eat a little bit of something to nourish my body. So I opened my window back up, and I had to start over again don't judge, but maybe at like 8:05, right? I closed my window again and started, and so I just deleted that couple of hours. I lost that couple of hours that I thought I wasn't going to eat. So anyway, a few things that we've noticed with this program is eating out is so much easier because you don't have to count points. You don't know what they're putting in the food. Brian's schedule, his work schedule, we're all over the place, and we eat out almost every meal just because of our schedule. So when I was doing other programs, it was really hard for me to know how many calories or points or fat grams or carbs was in the Texas Roadhouse rolls, right? So now I can eat those. I don't have to worry about it, and I just adjust my window to when his schedule, when he's going to be home. When he's on the road, I have shorter windows and eat a little bit differently than when he's home. And when he's home, I can adjust my window and have a longer window and enjoy time with Brian or enjoy time with my family if we have something going on. I can eat cake. I can eat pizza. You can drink beer if you drink beer, or if you drink wine, you can drink wine. You can drink regular soft drinks, which I'm super happy about. You don't drink anything artificially sweetened. You don't eat or drink anything. It's very, very hard for me. I've always bought, and I'm still using some of it. I'm getting rid of it. What is it? The gum. Sugar-free gum. And I love this gum, but I have 2 pieces left, and then I'm done. Cool Whip. I've always bought fat-free Cool Whip. Gonna buy the full crew. Cool Whip. Soft drinks, regular soft drinks. So anyway, energy is through the roof. And like when I was reading this book or online, they talk about how you're going to have the closest closets in town. Okay, guys, How many of you know me and have been to my house? Several of you. Okay, I don't like to clean. I don't keep a clean house. You see my kitchen when you walk in the door, it always has dishes piled up, not used because we eat out all the time. But like, I started cleaning. Like I'm up off the couch. I'm not laying on the couch all weekend watching reruns of, again, don't judge, 2.5 Men, right? I'm up cleaning. I'm cleaning out the closets. I'm cleaning out, I've got a junk room upstairs and a whole junk basement, and I'm working on it. I'm cleaning that out because I have energy and want to do it. So you'll have energy. Food prepping, I've had to food prep in the past. Last year, I think I did Weight Watchers. The year before that, I did low carb. And so I started like meal prepping. So I had to go to the grocery, spend how much money to get the right kind of food. All the fruits and vegetables that were free, or all the bacon and butter and cheese I could eat. At one time, I was eating a pound of Swiss cheese a week because it was free on keto, right? Who thinks that's crazy? That's crazy. On Weight Watchers, it was 4 points a piece. I can only eat like 5 or 6 pieces a day. So anyway, it was just crazy. I don't have to do that anymore. I eat whatever the kids eat. I eat if we go out to eat. I go to the store and buy the kids food that they need while they're home. And I don't have to meal prep. I don't have to decide what I'm going to take to work every morning, which has been so liberating is the word. Like, I don't have to figure out what I'm going to take to work. I take this to work every morning, and I fill it up a lot of times. It's water, okay? Because I drink this in the morning before I open my window, okay? How long have we got already?
I don't know.
Y'all know that I'm a talker. We got people on there. Is there anybody watching?
We got 26 people.
Awesome. 26 people. Y'all rock. Thank you. Awesome. How many people we got here? Can you count them out for
We have
me?
28 now.
28. Okay,
And I'm
28.
replying.
How many in here? Can you count?
Oh, I thought you were saying 28 here.
Oh, nope. More in control. I feel like I'm more in control of my food. My food does no longer does Reese Cups control me. I control them. Okay, how many we got, Tam? 20 here, so almost 50 people. Okay? Okay, so how intermittent fasting works. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I really just started this 2 months ago. So please don't take this for the gospel or read the book. I'm just telling you how I understand it, okay? So intermittent fasting, the way that it works is when you eat food, when the food goes into your body, and depending on what kind of food you put in your body, it generally takes about 12 hours for your body to rid that food, and it uses that food for energy. Okay, it uses it to help you talk, to help you breathe, to help you sleep, to help you walk, whatever you may be doing, okay? So the energy to do all those things is coming from the food that we eat. So after 12 hours or so, depending on, again, what kind of food you're putting in your body, after 12 hours, there's nothing for, all that food is used up. Like, there's nothing to fuel your body anymore. So if you're not continually feeding your body, your fuel has to come from somewhere. So where does it come from? The back fat. It comes from your fat, okay? It comes from all your fat. And so it uses your fat to fuel your body. So if you can go from 12 to 18, 19, 20 hours, you've got all this time that you're in a thing called ketosis, where your body's using your fat, your stored fat on your body as fuel, and it's burning it off your body. Does that sound about right? Okay, those of you that know, that's read the book. Am I missing anything? Okay, so there's also a thing called autophagy, which is cellular regeneration, and it takes out the garbage. There's bad cells in you, and it gets rid of those, okay? As you fast, you can get rid of all the garbage, is what the book says, and it regenerates. This is really supposed to be a plan of health with a side effect of losing weight. It's not a weight loss program. Intermittent fasting is actually supposed to be for health. It helps with cancer. It helps with dementia and Alzheimer's. And it also helps with, there was one other thing that I had written down, but I can't remember what it was.
Mental clarity.
Mental clarity.
Neurological.
Thank you. Oh, thanks, Susie. Very good.
Neurological.
Go ahead. What?
Neurological.
Okay. That word? Brain stuff. Yeah. And also aging. Can y'all tell how much younger I look already?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm going to be 50 next year, and I'm going to be fabulous by 50. Okay? By 50. Okay, so, and again, like I said, when you first start out with it, just start your timer, try to go 12 or 13 hours. I mean, you're going to be asleep for most of that, right? Try to skip breakfast and at least do it till 10 or 11. Try to go till lunch and see if you can do it till lunch, and then just keep going. Make sure that you have a clean fasting window. Who knows what a clean fasting window is? Nobody wants to say?
I do.
Oh, wait, sorry. Okay, clean fasting window. What?
Only water, tea, unsweetened, coffee unsweetened, no sugar-free anything, no flavored with sweet stuff.
Very good.
No flavoring with lemon?
No flavoring with lemon. No lemon. Okay. Who thinks they cannot drink their coffee without creamer? Awesome. It is so gross. Donna texted me and said, okay, I tried black coffee. I hate it. Okay, but guess what?
Gave it up.
I don't even like coffee, girls and guys. I don't like coffee. But guess who's drinking coffee every day, several cups a day? Because one, it's cold outside, it keeps me warm. Two, it curbs my appetite and I can make it till noon. And the other thing was
Probably energy.
caffeine. Yeah, clears headaches. So I'm drinking coffee. That's the gist of it. I'm drinking coffee. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I am becoming a coffee snob, right? I'm already like, I can only have Starbucks, or I can only have this. Coffee queen. Very good, Donna. So you cannot have peppermint flavored coffee, even if you don't put your creamer in it. You can only have black coffee, no flavoring. And like the coffee that I'm drinking right now is Starbucks Holiday Blend. And I was kind of confused about that. I went on the website, but the ingredients in it is just black coffee. So even though it says Holiday Blend, you might think it has some stuff blended into it. I love it. It's been my favorite. So, yeah, so on here it shows you clean fast. You can have water unflavored, black coffee unflavored, any plain tea. You can have black tea or green tea as long as it's unsweetened. Mineral water and diet soda. So like those waters like LaCroix. I've tried those things. Can't drink them. Won't drink them. Don't care.
Sparkling water, right?
Sparkling water. Yes, you can have that. Medications. You can have your medications. Maybe. This is a gray area. Peppermint essential oil for breath freshening only, not to enhance your water. Herbal teas, vitamins, and supplements. So apparently the vitamins and supplements, they're not really sure about it. Yes, Brittany.
I just have a question for people that like take medication. Like at night, my mouth gets so dry. After that window shuts, can you drink water?
You can drink water. When your window's closed, you can drink water, coffee, unsweetened tea anytime.
Okay.
You can drink that anytime. Only when your window is closed, you can't eat. You can't, and you can only have those things. Okay.
Thank you.
So then, no. When you are fasting, you cannot have food while you're fasting. You cannot have flavored water. You cannot have flavored coffee. You cannot have fruity or sweet teas. You cannot have diet sodas while your window is closed. You can't have gum. Like right now, my window's open. Okay, right now my window's open. But if I'd already closed my window before the meeting, I wouldn't be chewing gum. Okay, because you can't even chew gum. You cannot have a peppermint when your window is closed. You cannot have cough drops. Thank you. You're reading my mind, girl.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah, you cannot have cough drops. Okay, so here's the thing about being sick. Okay, and like I said, I've had pinched nerve this week. Okay, so I kind of was a little bit lax last weekend on my windows, and I was eating, and I was taking medication and had to eat it with food or take it with food. So it was okay. I was all right with that because I was sick. I had to take my medicine. I had to eat food with it. So my windows were much shorter this last week. Cough drops included. Take care of yourself. This is a lifestyle thing. There's no race. We're not in a race. You're going to get there. Don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about that you're sick this week. You'll be fine. You're not going to have to wait till Monday to start again. You're going to start just as soon as you're finished with your sickness, right? As soon as you feel like you're off that medicine or you don't need food with medicine, right? Okay. Anyway, it goes on. This is in her book. Delay, don't deny. So, what?
Hang it up. People want to see it.
Okay, hang it up.
People want to see it.
Nothing's off limit. Okay, so nothing is off limits during your open window. So like I said, you can eat fast food, you can eat junk, you can eat Reese cups, donuts, wine, beer, pasta, Texas Roadhouse, rolls. Whenever your window is open, you can eat whatever you want to eat, okay? You just have to make sure when you're fasting, it's a clean fast. So a couple things that I'm going to go over. How are we doing on time? 30 minutes. Man, I could do this for hours. I'll try to have y'all out of here in under an hour. Delay, don't deny. So this is her first book that she wrote. So Jen Stevens, she started messing around with intermittent fasting, like in, don't quote me on this, I think 2014 or so. And then she really got serious about it, 15, 16, wrote the book. So it's already been 3 or 4 years since she has written the book. So she has another book coming out in May that she says really expands on this because there's been so many different studies about intermittent fasting since she has written this book. This is a girl like me who did something and just wanted to share it with her friends, okay? And so she wrote a book about it. She's awesome. I message her all the time, so if you all have any questions, I actually asked if we could call her in during the meeting. She said just to tell you all hi, but she would be fixing dinner. She fixes dinner at this hour every night. But anyway, she's amazing. So her name is Jen Stevens, and I do suggest that everybody gets the book, but if you can't get the book, then you can just join my Facebook or join Jen's Facebook. She has a Facebook page that you must be invited to. So if you're not already on her Facebook page, you'll have to ask one of us or me to invite you to her page. But her page is Delay, Don't Deny, Intermittent Fasting, I think is all it is. But like I said, just send me a message on Facebook and say, hey, can you put me on Jen's Facebook? And then I'll invite you to it, and you'll get a request, and then you just say yes, yes, yes to all the questions that she asked you, and then you'll be on that one. And that one has a lot. Susie, you can find all kinds of information about, you can go up to the top and search, like if you have a question about diabetic, or if you have a question about a clean fast, or why can we not have diet soft drinks, go up and search that page, and there's all kinds of information out there. There's also files that I started looking at today, and you can find all kinds of different files of information that different people have posted out there, all kinds of information. So how many of you have already how many of you have purchased Jen's book already? Most of you? Okay. So what I thought I would do is I'm just going to kind of run through a couple chapters and talk about a few of the things that I thought spoke to me, and I'm just going to go through a couple of things out of her book. Look, my glasses are all fogged up. Okay, so the Life app. While I'm getting my glasses cleaned up. The Life app, it's free. Okay, the only thing that's going to cost you with this are Jen's books, okay? So the Life app is free. It's L-I-F-E, and it like says something about intermittent fasting, and it kind of looks like this. This was my picture, okay? So it looks like that. It has a blue outline and a little heart in the middle, okay? So you can find it, yep. So you can find it on your phone, and if you want to do that, I'll kind of run through it with you.
It's at the bottom right.
Can I have yours so that I can?
It's the bottom right.
Okay. So yeah, so it looks like a white background, blue with a little white heart in the middle. It says Life underneath of it. So if you can download that, are there people downloading it? Yeah? Okay. So we have a group. So Tammy and I, when we first started, Tammy actually, but it's ironic because her name's Tammy. So she's the owner of this group. But Tammy and I started a friends group. So we actually have a group of friends that's just called Tammy and Friends. And we have 43 members now in our group. So what you can do is you can actually go on here at any time and say, I wonder how many hours Tammy Roach has been fasting. okay? And you can go on and see. Or I wonder how many hours Jan's been fasting. I'm not going to do this to you all, y'all. I don't have time for it. But you can go on and kind of see what other people are doing. But more importantly, it keeps track of your stuff, okay? There may be a way to make it private.
You can block it. You can block from being
it.
seen. Yes.
You can block it where I can't see it, so I won't
Yeah.
be.
It's at the side. If you just push block, no one can see what you're doing.
Okay, but you can still be in our group, okay? So we will have to, again, we'll send you a text. Just message me and ask for me to send you a link, and Tammy or I'll send you a message to let you get into our group. You can go ahead and create your profile if you're going to go home and start tonight and you don't have our link yet.
Your group on the app.
Huh?
Your group on the app.
I have a group on the app. It's called, I don't think, Donna, that you can search for it. I think you have to be invited to it. It's called Tam and Friends.
Can
That's
I
it.
invite on it? You can
If you click the link that
you can join it yourself.
Oh, you can join it yourself?
I did.
Okay. Then,
I think.
yeah, you can join it yourself if you can find it.
Tammy, can you help them out?
Tammy, can you
I'm
see
looking
if
for-
she...
I'm in it, but I'm trying
Can
to
you
figure out
see me?
how I can.
So then, once you're in the app, can you do the app again for me? I need your face.
Oh,
Okay, so then once you're in your app, you basically have this thing that looks like this.
my window's open.
Huh?
My window is open.
Okay, Donna's window's open. So right now it's open. Anybody already doing it have a closed window? Okay. You have a closed window? Okay. So let me have your phone so I can show. I should have closed mine, but I'm probably going to keep it.
I see you. Oh, there's Julie. Jennifer.
Do you do this every day?
I do it every single day. And if I stop one day, if I don't fast one day, I just start the next. But I mean, I haven't done that. I have been consistent ever since I started. Donna, yours keeps going off, honey.
If you can't find it on
Okay, so this one, her window is closed. So you can kind of see the little blue ticker, and it shows that she's had her window closed for 1 hour and 2 minutes. Okay? And it also says that she's going to try to fast for 16 hours. So it says that she's going to end her fast at 9:30 in the morning. Okay? So it gives you a lot of information. And I do use this post mood every once in a while. I don't know why. I don't think anybody sees it. But I'll say if I'm feeling good or not feeling good or I'm hangry or whatever. But it'll tell you how long you have left in your fast. Okay? And then if you're not fasting, this is what it looks like. And then when you get ready to start, you just push the start button as soon as you are finished eating. And I mean, I've even put a French fry in my mouth, or no, Big Red. I have swallowed Big Red and went, hit the fast, okay? I'm done, I'm out for the night. I'm out, okay? And I also have had, let's see, what did I have today? Oh no, I haven't stopped. Last night, okay? French fry. Finished eating a French fry, right? Start, okay? I'm starting it, okay? I have been known to have food in a bag next to me and waiting for my window to open because I don't want 16 hours and 58 minutes. I want 17 hours. So I wait for my window to open before I hit stop and I eat my French fry, okay? You get very, very, I don't know whose phone is this one
It's
yours?
mine.
Okay. You get very, very, I don't know what the word is, stingy about your window. Okay? All right, so you all have the Life app, kind of understand the Life app. Feel free to text me, message me, whatever about the Life app. Another thing that Jen has, she has, we did the Facebook group, that's free. She also has the Lay Don't Deny podcast that you can sign up for if you like to listen to podcasts. And actually, I've listened to a couple of them the past couple days just to kind of give me a little bit of juice for this because, to be honest, I was a little bit nervous about this. So it kind of gave me some more inspiration and to do it. Motivation. Thank you. But her podcasts are awesome. Oh, just a word of, okay, I may eat this. I don't know. I'm supposed to be on her podcast July 24th week, the week I turn 50. I've already signed up to be on her podcast. So I think that's kind of cool. The week I turned 50, her birthday's a year and a day before mine, so she said she'd love to have me that week. We figured out that we're like sisters or something. Okay, so there's that. There's also a book. She has another book out already, which is called Feast Without Fear. It's okay. I've been reading it. I haven't been able to finish it. But it just talks about being able to eat whatever you want to eat when your window is open without fear of gaining weight. Okay? So that's good. There's also a book, which you can tell I haven't even started, Obesity Code. She refers to Obesity Code a lot. And apparently this is more science-y. And so I'm probably not going to get a whole lot out of it. But I am going to read it at some point. Yes, ma'am.
Why can't you have sugar-free anyway?
Because it still spikes your insulin during your fast. Okay, you can't have anything sugar-free
No,
because
I mean, when your window's
open.
open.
Because it is artificial sweeteners, and you shouldn't be putting that in your body. If you want to have diet soft drink, you can, but I've chosen not to.
Okay. So it's a choice, not
It is a choice. It's not going to mess you up.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
type 2 diabetic, so I have to.
Absolutely. Okay, that's right. So that may be a thing for you. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, so make sure that if that's a thing for you, I have just chosen, I am not diabetic, and I've chosen not to partake in artificially sweetened anything other than my gum when it's gone.
Missy might be able to answer that.
Do you have
Do you have any more intake on
anything
that?
for
Just the fact that it's, I mean, I've always liked diet too, but that little thing you posted about the same people that, I don't know, it had all those different, like, what was it, Roundup and all that stuff, the same people that, you know, and it's just this toxic.
It is toxic. I mean, it is, and I mean, at some point, you may not have to do sugar-free
Right,
anymore.
exactly.
At some point. So,
Exactly.
well,
That's the goal. To
That
get
is
off
the
the
goal.
medication. I mean, I've got my A1C down, but I'm still on medication.
and so many people on the website talk about how they've made those type of changes, lifestyle changes, that they get off of that. Yes.
Someone stated on here that her doctor said the Obesity Code book was the book to read.
Obesity code. Okay. I guess if you are diabetic, is that what they mean?
Not sure.
Okay.
It's just what she written to
Okay.
us.
Who is it? Who is it?
I don't want to tell.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, it's Elizabeth Pretty.
Okay. So if you know Elizabeth who said that, or how do you know
Somebody
that?
else said try Tab drink instead of the diet drinks.
Try tab instead of diet. Okay, so a couple takeaways from just a few chapters of the books. If I eat like most Americans, I will look and feel like most Americans. Is that not true? Yeah. I've got a bunch of pages dog eared, and I'm just reading through some things. My glasses are fogged up again. Okay, to oversimplify for the sake of basic understanding, every time you eat or drink certain things, your body releases insulin in response, unless you are a type 1 diabetic. Insulin's job is to help your body regulate your blood glucose. When you eat, your blood sugar is available to either be burned as energy or stored in the body as glycogen. Think of it as quick energy for later that is easily accessible. Any that is not burned as energy or stored as glycogen is turned into fat. Insulin is the conductor of the blood sugar train. We need insulin for this process to occur.
Hey, Tammy,
Yes.
I got a question.
Yeah.
And when the window's open, do you have to have like a certain amount of vegetables, a certain amount of fruits? Is there
Great
a certain-
question.
So the next day, you don't feel like, you
No.
know what I mean?
You want to know how many fruits and vegetables I've had since I started? Are y'all laughing? Is a
Long as
Reese,
I know the
is a
answer.
Reese cup a vegetable? Let's see. I did have it. I've had bananas. I've had a couple bananas, and I've had a couple oranges, just because they were at the house for Devin. But no, you do not have to. You can eat. But here's the thing: your body will crave. Like so many nights, I've told Brian, you know, he was wanting cute over or something. Babe, I really need like a steak and a baked potatoes. Who's getting excited about eating baked potatoes? In the book, it talks about eating baked potatoes, that it is good to eat baked potatoes. Who thought that? How many points are those? How many carbs? You can eat baked potatoes. I love it. I've been eating baked potatoes with butter and sour cream. I love it. Okay? Chicken, you know, chicken, but like my body has been, haven't you, Tam? Your body kind of craves, don't have you noticed it yet? Where you crave better food.
So if you eat better food, like I'm on day 4.
Yes.
So we've just been really trying to do fruits and vegetables, baked, like we had baked pork chops tonight.
Right?
For lunch today, I fixed vegetable hash
Mhm.
with butternut squash, red peppers, mushrooms, and spinach, and then scrambled eggs.
Yep.
You know, if we do that, are we gonna lose more?
So what's going to happen is I think that your body, you know, that 12 hours that it generally takes to burn off the food that we eat, it's going to happen a little bit quicker for you because there's not as much, it's burning up that stuff that you've eaten throughout the day quicker than if it had been like my McDonald's that I had or
It's not that
Qdoba.
fat.
Like processed.
It's not high fat and processed
Processed.
food.
Yeah.
If you're eating healthier, and to be honest with you all, I mean, I've just kind of got through the holidays. Like, you know, I started this Halloween, I had Thanksgiving, and I knew it was coming up, and then I had Christmas. And I'm not on a diet, but after the first of the year, I really am going to try to, I've been drinking a diet soft drink every day because y'all know I love them. Not diet, regular soft drink. I've been drinking Big Red like crazy. And I'm going to quit drinking Big Red. I don't need to drink them that often. And I've been eating big Reese cups because I can. But I'm gonna stop eating those after the first year and really limit my sugar, okay? I don't have to, and if I want one, I'll eat it. But I'm gonna try to start eating a little bit healthier. I'll still eat out almost every meal because that's what we do. But anyway, and then so something occurred to me as I'm going through this. We all break fast every day, right? I mean, it's a thing. It's in the Bible. It's a thing. It's always been a thing. Because there's a word called break fast, right? Breakfast. So you break a fast. They thought that, and like old people, there's studies in her book here that, like I said, is a little bit too technical for me. But she goes through some studies of like the people who live the longest in the world, and they're not Americans, but you know they fasted. They you know they could go a long time without eating. And that just gave them the time for their body to regenerate better cells and to be healthier, and that's kind of the whole premise of it. So, you know, if there's a word named after it, it's probably a good thing, right?
And I think a lot of people kind of have a negative outlook on it too because they're thinking you're starving yourself.
Right?
And you're not starving yourself, you're just resetting your system. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly right. So one of the podcasts that I listened to last night of Jen's, she was saying that in her new book, she's going to get away from saying intermittent fasting, which I like. Because, of course, when I tell people intermittent fasting, they're like, so she's not eating, she's starving herself, you know, whatever. It is a negative word, fasting, right? So she said that they're going to try to get started, like the word has become a thing, time-restricted eating is what we're going to be doing. So all of us are doing time-restricted eating. What's that mean? That means you only eat during a certain period of time. And I don't know about you all, but I can start and stop a thing on my phone a little bit easier than I can log all the stuff that I eat all day. Or stop with one, what is it, Frito? Or what is it?
Lay's.
Pringle. One Lay's,
Lay's.
Pringle, whatever that thing is. I mean, I can't stop at one, right? But I can start and stop and watch all day long. Start and stop that, right? So it has been easy for me. I don't know if it's going to work for any of you all. Like I said, I do this because I love all of you all and I wanted to share. But it has worked for me. It may or may not work for you. So a trick that we have, I'm not going through this. I can't go through the book. I feel silly saying up here's the book. So we'll go through the book maybe the next time, okay? Pink Himalayan salt. Another thing, pink Himalayan salt. So y'all know what that is, right? You can get it at the Dollar Tree. It's in this little thing, kind of grind it up. You can take it at night. There's been so many nights where I'm like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. Brian's gone, I want to eat. And I go in there and I put a little bit of salt in my hand. I take it, put it on my tongue, under my tongue, drink a little bit of water. I go to bed. And it curbs my appetite. I'm not hungry anymore. I don't know what it is. They talk about it in one of the books, or maybe it's just online. But pink Himalayan salt, get you some.
Can you have that?
You can have that when you are fasting, yes. You can have pink Himalayan salt.
When you're not fasting.
When you are fasting.
Oh, when you are fasting.
When you are fasting. If you need just a little bit of something to get you through the day. We've even done it at work a couple times. Not very often. I'm pretty good during the day. It's mostly at night before I go to bed. Yes.
Joe was asking me earlier about the other options besides the one meal a day. So do you have?
Yes. So let's
can
talk
somebody
about
kinda run
let's
through
talk
your
about
list?
open windows. Very good. So everybody understands open window, right? Open window means it's time to eat. Your feasting time. Closed window, slam it shut. You're closed. You can't eat anymore until you open it again. Closed window is when you are fasting. Okay. So you can do whatever you want, Joe. You can start it at 12 and 12. If you can just do 12 at first, and then I say add an hour to it as you go, and keep seeing how long you can go. Okay. You really have to find your own place. I don't know where I don't even know what my real place is yet. I like doing 18 and 6, like 6 hours of eating and 18 hours where I fast, because I generally stop at like 6 o'clock or 6:30, and then I open it back up around noon. Okay, so that generally my number. Y'all know I'm horrible at numbers. Is that my 18? That's 18, right? So I usually go from like 6 to noon. Okay, sometimes I'm not that hungry at noon, so I'll go ahead and try to go to 1 or 2 o'clock, and then that'll get me 17 or 18 hours, and I like doing that. Is that
So
right?
you still
Or no,
try
18
to
or
end.
20.
So
Huh?
then you still try to end at 6 or so to get back on your normals.
No, not really.
Not really.
No, I never really try to put my mind in, okay, so I started eating today at 2 o'clock, so now I've only got until 6 o'clock to eat. So I really, if I want to eat till 8 o'clock tonight, I'll just eat till 8 o'clock, and I've been open 6 hours again. That's the good thing about this, and like I said, I know I talk about him all the time, but like Brian's schedule is so all over the place that it works for us because I can tweak it when he's home and when we eat. Whereas before, when I was trying to go out to eat with him and not eat Texas Roadhouse rolls, that was horrible. But this, I can kind of tweak it. If I want to go longer on the days that he's gone, that's generally what I try to do. Like the weekends he's gone, so I try to get longer windows. Or like if your weekends are crazy and you're eating and you're at church and you've got this going, that going, your weekends are probably going to be a little bit crazier than mine.
Some of you may have a set lunch time at work, and it may not work in that area either. So you don't have to start that. That could be your walking time, and then you start your window earlier, eat a snack in the middle of the day, and then you can have a larger lunch in the dinner in the evening, and cut it off at 8 o'clock. So a lot of times I don't have lunch till 2 o'clock. I work for myself, and I book people, and if I don't get lunch till 2, then I don't get out of here 7, 8 o'clock at night. That I close it at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whenever I get to eat at home, and then close it. So I'm still getting that time in there, that window. But the ones that have a set lunch time, it may be harder to get that time in there. So just tweak it to works for you.
And your OMAD, Joe, I know that y'all probably seen OMAD. OMAD means 1 meal a day. Okay, which sounds really, you're like, right? I do it all the time. Because I snack. Okay, another thing, grazer. How many of y'all are grazers? OMG. Like I was, and my friends know it. The biggest grazer. I sat at work all day, ate all day long. Okay?
As Tammy and I talked about this too, that a lot of times after you've fasted, when you get to eat, you're full. You eat so much, you're like, I'm done. I don't want any more.
Yeah.
And you'll get that feeling too sometimes.
You will.
Yeah.
And I don't graze anymore. It's the weirdest thing. It really is weird because I'll eat, so I open my window, and if I want to do that 1 meal a day, which I do that a lot, Joe, just again with the schedule and stuff, I'll start eating a snack or something at work, and then I'll eat dinner. If Brian's home, we'll eat dinner. And a lot of times I'll just close my window at that point. But at some point, I may want a little snack after that. Now, I know Jen, who wrote the book, she does OMAD almost every day. And she opens it with a small snack, and then she has her dinner. She closes with a small snack, and she's done. Sometimes she does it in 2 hours. Sometimes she does it in 4 hours. I don't usually do a 2-hour window. I've usually got at least a 4-hour window. I'm not down with that yet. And there are people who fast like 36 hours and 48. She doesn't recommend that in her books, and I don't foresee me doing that.
Another Tammy wants to know, what do you typically eat during a 6-hour window, like regular lunch, snacks, or dinner?
Okay, so let me get this one, Susie. I'll be right back with you. So I eat whatever I want to. So that is the premise of Jen's book. It's called Delay, Don't Deny. Eat whatever you want to eat during your open window. You don't deny yourself of anything. If you want pizza or if you want, I keep saying Texas Roadhouse rolls. I need to go to Texas
She wants Texas Roadhouse.
Ice cream. What else? What else? Pie. Soft drinks, beer,
Doritos.
wine, Doritos. I mean, everything. Eat whatever you want to eat as long as your window is open. Did that answer that question?
I think so.
Okay, Susie.
I think when he was talking about it, he was wondering if we could do like, if you could do like days on and days off of it. So I don't know how that works. Or I remember kind of going past that part, but I knew from the get-go that the 1 meal a day would work best for me because if I go off of it, I'm less likely to go back on it. So I think the 1 meal a day is where I'm going to stick. But I know he was talking about, can you do like 4 days on 1 week and 3 days off?
There are other books, Joe, that talk about doing that. Jen's really doesn't. I think for you, what you should do is just extend your windows. Like if you've got a crazy day where you're up early and you're going fishing and you want to eat, and then you got a crazy night at night, just make that window long. And then before you go to bed, hit your button. And then tomorrow, if you only have another 12-hour window, whatever. Just keep doing it every day because once you go off of it, I'm scared what might happen.
On the site, there are people that do that. I have looked at it. Get on there and just search and read it, or ask the question. They'll respond to you right away, and they'll help you out with that.
Yeah,
There's
and
lots of people with lots of answers.
There's lots of people that do a couple days at a time fasting, or
my days are generally pretty crazy anyway. I get up at 2:30 in the morning to be at work at 4.
Right.
I'm usually not in bed before 10 or 10:30.
and it's gonna be hard.
It's
for
gonna be
you,
hard,
Joe.
yeah.
It's gonna be hard, but you will find your sweet spot. And even if you're only doing this 14 or 15 hours of fasting, because how long of sleep do you usually get a night?
4 hours. If I'm lucky.
4 hours. Okay.
There's probably other people that have your same schedule that's on here that can help you out.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yes.
they'll start responding to you.
Yeah. Yes, Brett.
Hey, what do you recommend for beginners for their open window?
Okay, for beginners, what I recommend is that, I would close your window and try to go at least 12 hours the first night, and then go 13 hours the next night, and then do 14. But once you get to that 13, 14, you're going to probably be like, I could go 16,
Okay.
or I could go 18. Tam, did you have something for that?
I can tell you that my mom over there just started a week ago, and when I was first telling her about it, she's like, oh my gosh, I can't go more than 12 hours without eating. Like, I need to eat for 12 hours. And I'm like, okay. So she started out slow. I said, just try to start with 14 hours. So she did, and then 3 days, I think, she was like, this is amazing. And she said, I think I could go 15 hours. I think I only need an 8-hour window. And I'm like, and it is not just a body change, it is a mindset change. And that's what I told her. I said, look, you've only been doing it 3 days. And before you were like, oh my God, I can't go 12 hours without eating. And now you're like, I think I can go 15.
Well,
So,
what's
and
really
if you work
weird,
slow,
it's very strange to me is at night, especially when I'm watching TV, I love to eat then. I love to eat anytime. But with this, and when I close my window until it's time to open it the next day, 15 hours, I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
It's got me thinking, what is with this? It doesn't make sense.
And it's kind of a mind thing. It's
That's
been
accountability.
It's been very, I don't know, almost spiritual for me because it's like, oh my goodness, who am I, right? Like, I'd close that window and be like, okay, well, nobody will know if I eat this. But like when I close it, I'm like, okay, I'm done. And if anybody asks me to eat, sorry, my window's closed. I can't eat that till tomorrow. Now I can eat that cake tomorrow, and it'll be there tomorrow for me to eat, but I can't eat it right now. So that's the premise of it. And so I think we've done almost an hour.
Okay, so last night we were traveling home from Atlanta, and I'm traveling with my husband, right? He's a beanhole. Everybody knows him, right? That knows him. So I'm like, you got to stop because my window's going to close. I've got to have something to eat. And we're eating dinner at 7 o'clock. I'm like, you got an hour for my window to close. Or otherwise, I have to go tomorrow. So he finally stopped. So,
Yeah,
gotta stop.
Spouses will at first be like, what are you talking about? But they'll jump on board. Brian's doing great. Brian's been doing it with me, and he's doing great. Carrie, do you have a question?
I have about the coffee.
Sure.
I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't think I've ever had a cup of coffee in my life. I
Okay.
don't drink tea. Do we have to drink the coffee? I noticed
You don't
said
have
you
to.
don't.
Mhm.
I've just been drinking
It's
the
just an
water,
option.
but-
If you drink water, that's fine. I know for coffee for me, like I said, if it's cold in the morning and I like drinking the coffee. I'm not a big coffee fan, but it does seem to curb my appetite. Like, I feel like I'm having something instead of just water, because I've always been a big water drinker, but I feel like it gives me a little bit of something. I am always buying unsweet tea, like going through Chick-fil-A or Zaxby's has unsweet tea, which is amazing. So I'm constantly getting unsweet tea.
Tammy, I'm gonna add, and I'll tell you, my husband is skeptical because I've tried everything out there and have not stuck with it. So he's skeptical. So he's been watching, he reads a lot on, he's a runner and he reads all this stuff. And the intermittent fasting has been on the Today Show and all this, it's really been a big thing. So now he's like, hey, this is not so bad. So he's like, he's encouraging me now. So thank goodness he's finally on board with me doing something.
Well, and like I said, I really do feel like, you know, the press is kind of embracing this so much, and there's always been like a magic pill, you know, that I've always thought there'd be a magic pill or something, and I think this might be it. So,
I'm waving at Amy.
did I have is there any other questions? Yes.
First few days, do you have, you know, the toxins, do people have migraines, headaches?
Yes,
something
you
like
will.
that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there will be times you may have migraines, or you might be like, oh my God, my stomach's eating itself.
Talk about the gaining too.
And gaining. Here's another thing: stay off your scales. Stay off your scales. Don't anybody get on your scales, okay?
If you want to get on tonight, just to get your initial weight, do that, but stay off of it from here on out.
Stay off of them because your weight may go up just a little bit. Yes, Missy.
I'm about halfway through the book, but I haven't found anything yet. Is there anything further in there about exercise?
She does talk about exercise. All she says is move more.
Okay.
Move more. You know, I've got stairs at work. I should be walking up them stairs every day, but I have a Planet Fitness that I joined and I never went back. So you should move more. She doesn't really say to get out and to go to the gym every day or anything like that. She says to do a little bit of cardio, but it's basically just move more is what she says in the book.
But
Yes, Carrie.
I don't know if it's in the book or somebody.
Online.
When you're in the little red window, they said was the, what is that
When
called?
you're in ketosis,
That's the best time to work out?
You're burning more. If you do exercise and if you are going to work out, it's best to do it in a fasted state. Okay, so that's just, I keep saying I'm going to get up in the morning and do it when I'm like in ketosis, and I haven't done it yet. I get up okay, but I'm not working out yet. So, yes.
How long after you work out should you open your window?
I don't think that matters.
Doesn't matter.
I don't think so. I haven't read anything about that. I mean, if it was me, Emily, probably as soon as I get off the treadmill, I'd have something waiting for me.
You gonna go over your cards? You
Huh?
gonna go over that?
Okay, so this is just a cute little thing I made up that has a few mantras on it. So we'll just go around the room. A couple of you read them. Carrie, go ahead and read one.
You are not on a diet.
You're not on a diet. Jan,
Whatever your problem is, the answer is not in the fridge.
not in the fridge. Brenda,
Stay busy.
stay busy. That's cleaning up closets. Beth,
Let me see, delay, don't deny.
delay, don't deny. Emily,
Trust the process.
trust the process. Stay off the scales and trust the process. Please give me a month. We're going to come back here in a month for a measure meeting. Okay, so if you want to get measured, if you want to do pictures before you leave tonight, we'll do that. Give me a month and let's see what the difference is in how you look and feel. Hold on. And how you feel and look. Okay? Missy, give me another one.
It's a slow process, but quitting won't speed it up.
Slow process. Quitting won't speed it up. Brittany.
It's okay to feel hungry.
It's okay to feel hungry. Susie.
Susie can't read anything from here.
Okay. Sam.
Kate's having trouble too. Whatever your problem is, the answer is not in the fridge.
Not in the fridge. Okay, Donna, can you see this thing?
I'm saying Susan.
Okay, Tom, you got one?
You're not a dog. You don't need a treat.
I love that.
Okay, you're not a dog, so you don't need a treat. So, you know, Sally might go outside. I don't need a little
Piece of cheese.
piece of cheese. Thank you.
This is a health plan
It's
with
a
a
health.
side effect of losing weight.
It's a health plan with a side effect of losing weight. Okay, so we're all going to get healthier in the process. We're probably going to lose a little bit of weight on the scales, but we're going to get thinner. Okay, and I'll tell you all, my body, like without clothes on, it's a lot different than it used to be. Okay, so like I'm losing the back fat, and there's stuff that I can't talk about because there's boys here, but I'm just saying, I'm really tightening stuff up in here. Okay? It's getting different. It's getting different. Okay?
Oh,
Brian
good
may or
heavens.
may not like it. He does. Okay, so like I said, we're going to have a measure meeting again. We can do measurements tonight. We can do pictures. I'm going to close us in prayer again, and then.
Does anybody have any questions before we
anybody
close?
have any questions
Do you
before
have
we
a
leave?
date for the next meeting?
We're going to look at dates. After we go off Facebook, we'll look at dates and see when all of you guys can be here. Okay?
And you guys can go back and watch this too.
Yes.
If there's
It will be
something you
on
missed.
in our Delay Don't Deny Facebook group. Okay? So, dear
Any other
Lord,
questions?
thank you so much for this evening. Thank you for this group of friends that we have here today. Please be with us. Please help us to remember to delay, not deny. Please help us to remember how to do an open and close window, and remind us what we can and cannot do when our window is closed. Please be with us all as we travel home tonight. Be with our families, and these things we ask in your name. And they all said, Amen. How about that?
I just saw a thing on there where they were talking about if you don't like measuring with a measuring tape, they said to take a piece of yarn and put it around your waist
That way you don't have a number.
and cut it and pick it up, and then next time you
Oh,
put
what
a
a
piece of
great
yarn,
idea. You got any yarn?
We just noticed the spill.